What's going on? It's Justeeni here. Today I'm going to be showing you my games in the 2025 Tribe Duels. This is round 2. I didn't play in round 1, so that's why I'm not showing you guys round 1. It's against Aquarion, and against none other than one of the greatest Polytopia players ever, Funny. So I've got my word cut out for me. This is not going to be an easy set. It's on normal lakes, glory to 15k points, which might as well play the same as might. It's just there to prevent games from going too long. But yeah, these sets are best of 3, and let's get right into things. So starting off, things are looking pretty nice. I go with the one rider opening to go a bit more eco heavy, and then I can train 2 riders on turn 3. I prefer this approach on lakes. Then I get the Explorer. And I find I don't actually get any meeting stars, but I do find him. I can step on these villages very aggressively. Now I meet Inno. I can get roads. And things are looking pretty nice for me. I can upgrade, grab an Explorer as well. That's his capital. And his expansion did not go well. So this is a little bit of a not good situation for Inno. This is one of his suburbs. I capture another village. I'm just pressuring his capital as much as I can. He attacks. But unfortunately, I'm landing a siege, which is holding. And I'm landing another siege on the capital. And both of those hold, making for a very quick and decisive game 1. But again, there's 2 more games, potentially. So I'll go ahead and cut to the next game. Alright, so game 2. This time, Inno is hosting. These are 24-hour games, by the way. So yeah, that information might be relevant. We played all of these games at the same time. And yeah, I do the same opening, turn 0 org. I have a really horrible second city, unfortunately, but I do have a ruin at least. I can't get to it very quickly because of the animal in the way. But it's a nice resource ruin. Grab fishing, grab an explorer. And I see, Funny once again, another early meet. This could be a very, very quick set. Sure enough, I go roads. And you can see I'm really, really, really close to just sieging the capital for the win. If I can place 3 roads here, that would be enough to win. And what's crazy is it looks like I'm 2 stars off. I'm 2 stars off. There's no way for me to get the extra stars that I need. Well, actually, I can get some extra stars. 1 star short, which is a shame. I can at least collect the ruin. Pop ruin, which is pretty decent here. Find another ruin. I can upgrade my capital, and it looks like I can just walk in the capital. I decide against it because I want to save my stars. I want to get a giant. And I'm hoping maybe I just get a quick cap siege and win. I am able to get a cap siege if I so desire. I go sailing, go pew pew, siege, block. But unfortunately, it does not hold. I believe I did misplay this. I had the potential to instead move this over here, now actually getting in the way. Then I could put this here and put everything else as normal. So a bit of a missed opportunity there. But I'm still putting a lot of pressure on the capital. I still have the ability to re-siege. Actually, no, I don't. So this is actually really bad. I do get a star ruin and a strategy ruin, so it's not over yet. I'm trying to pressure in the water now, because I can't really take the capital anymore, especially with the vet sword there. And now Inafunny's taking a lot of cities. I'm stuck on 4 right now. There's a crab. There's what looks to be soon another crab. I get farming. I can get a few more giants, but is it actually going to matter is the question. Now, you see bubbles, and I just don't have a good entry point. So I try to develop, I try to do things, I try to pressure on the water. I get a very nice explorer here. It doesn't quite get the lighthouse, but it gives me a lot of vision. And yeah, I have 5 cities, but we see how many cities Inno has. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Soon to be 8. And again, where's my attack? It has to be through water, which, yeah, against Aquarion. I can get another giant. But the more I sit here, the harder it is going to be to win. So unfortunately, I missed my out with the capital snipe earlier. Now we see archers, very textbook play. I can go for the siege, but it is just getting unsieged. And then I also missed that this siege happens. And yeah, at this point, things play out. It's really bad for me, so I resign. Meaning, it's all down to 1 game. It's 1-1. I'll go ahead and cut to the next match. Alright, final game. Once again, going with the turn 0 org. I do like this opening. It feels very flexible, because I can either go very eco-heavy, or I can spam units, or do a little bit of both. I can get the Explorer on turn 4, kind of right when you want to be getting the Explorer, and there's the capital. Unfortunately, I don't have a good way of reaching it unless I either get climbing or bridges, which, not ideal. I want to be able to attack Aquarion as early as possible, because if I don't attack them early, then Aquarion just gets a big long-term advantage. I get a vet sword from the road, which sucks here. I get roads pre-cap. I just kind of need roads anyway, so why not? And upgrading. I decide to try to steal this village if possible. More upgrades. And I see this beautiful opportunity. Capital snipe. And if this holds, this probably just wins the game, especially since I'm threatening this village as well. I can then support it now with the bridge play because I have roads. I can do that now. And it looks like there are no units to unsiege. So I have this game in the bag. Except I don't. He just pushes a crab, of course. Now I have no capital sieges and things are starting to look really bad for me already. I've got a city advantage, but yeah, there's a crab. I'm losing the city eventually, but I sneak another capital siege. Oh my goodness. He misplaces the crab, allowing me to sneak around. So it's far from over. I'm doing a little sneak. Like upgrade my cap with the lighthouse. I'm just trying to play as aggressively as I can, because if I don't, if I give Inno a chance to breathe here, I will lose. You see the crab kill, and now escaping to where it should go, except for another siege on the capital. And it looks like this can't be unsieged. It looks like this time Inno messed up. I'm gonna grab this lighthouse. I'm close to grabbing Eye of God. I'm connecting all my cities. Maybe, just maybe, get an Explorer, because this city's gonna be taken anyway. Might as well. I can get a giant on my capital. But he gets another crab. But I can siege here. Okay, we can take this city surely. And I go strategy with the intention of going for diplomacy. And you'll see why I do that. Because it looks a little weird. This is the only high-level city, but there's actually gonna be another high-level city as I giant push off of this city. I know I'm not gonna hold this forever though, but I'm kind of thinking ahead. If I lose this city, this is just another cloak target. That's why I'm getting strategy. And also this is just super annoying. Like, has to take the city back, but it's as annoying as can be. He gets another crab push, by the way. My goodness. Every crab that he's made this game has been to push to save his city as the only method of unsiege. Kind of insane. Well, except for this one in the back. That one was made because he felt like it. And unfortunately, these crabs are a little hard to answer because I'm Omaji. Ranged units are a little hard to access, but cloaks are the next best thing, so I happen to already be prepared. Now diplomacy, getting the cloaks ready. Except Inno has the archers ready. Again, textbook Aquarion. Archers are going to pew pew away at my defenders and giants, and there's even more crabs. What the heck? It's not over yet though. One good cloak chain could decide things. I'm trying to make some progress in the south as well. I get a port, trying to sneak this cloak somewhere, some way, somehow. In a funny, destroying my barricades, trying to go after my cloaks. Destroying all these defenders. All the crabs are now bubbled. I decide to go after this crab just to weaken it, scare it off. Maybe I can get a cloak connection. I capture the city here. I accidentally connect. It doesn't connect. Oopsie daisies, I wasted a ton of stars. Unfortunately, this game is not looking good because my cloak is not gonna be connecting and I'm losing the city with no compensation. I just dumped 3 monuments there with the intention that I'm gonna cloak it later, but yeah. I also look at this one. You can tell I really don't care about this game anymore because I just missed a free siege on the capital. If I killed this archer, I sieged the capital, which would have been really funny to do again. I don't think it would have mattered because this is really bad position anyway. And I did some silly mistakes before. Funny, as it turns out, is very good at Polytopia and very good at Aquarion. And I'm losing the city in the south because of a really nice block. I am able to sneak the cloak just barely. Only getting 4 daggers though. I could have gotten climbing for a 5th. But the thing is all the daggers are going to get cleared anyway, so I just resign. There's jellyfish, which are going to counter the cloaks also. It's just unfortunately a lost cause. I lose the set. And as of recording this, the round has not concluded. It is currently a tied set, 4-4. Unfortunately, my loss in this set contributing towards Aquarion. So who knows, we might see a round 3 with Omaji, or I might just go to a different tribe. If that's the case, when you see me upload another Tribe Duels video, you'll probably figure out what happened. Yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. Like and sub, and have a good one.